samasta sukhino bhavantu loka 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 samasta sukhino bhavantu. Samasta sukhino bhavantu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. samasta sukhino bhavantu loka 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 samasta sukhino bhavantu. Samasta sukhino bhavantu loka 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 samasta sukhino bhavantu. Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu.
Okay, my little possums. Don't worry. We got 2 more minutes. Yay! But if you're using props under your body and stuff, this would be a good time to remove them. It's also a great time to let go of what you don't need anymore. Let the Monday fall behind you. Doesn't matter if it was nice or awful. It's just not really important anymore. Right now, you do want to concentrate on yourself.
Samasta Sukhino
Then for my friends on their backs, maybe you want to take this moment to stretch yourself out one more time. Then bend your knees, roll over to your right side, and then you can bring yourself up to sit. Good. You want to make a slight effort to sit fairly tall, and for some of us it's very helpful to sit on a block or a pillow. So a good rule of thumb to give your hip flexors here in the front a little break is that your knees are not higher than your hips. So we want to keep that sort of level. Makes it a little more free in the hip flexors. But the main rule is to sit comfortable. Don't try to make it look yoga. It's the worst. Cool. You can rest your hands on your legs or in your lap, sitting nice and tall as your mama always told you to do, and then close your eyes, or at least stare into nothing. You will hear all over the world in yoga classes the same thing. Arrive to this moment. And you're like, well, it's going to be. But generally we're so busy in the mind, thinking of things that already happened or that are about to happen, that we are actually fairly rarely in the present moment. You know what I mean? So one of the great ways of really zooming into the present moment is very simply to listen. Listening always brings you into the present moment. It's very hard to listen to your memories. So some people, especially when they come for a while to yoga classes, they sort of know, like, you know what, I could listen within. I could listen to my own breath, I could listen to my thoughts. And then, not for everybody, but once in a while there will be somebody in the class freaking out from listening in. Completely freaking out, like, oh my God, I don't want to listen to that. Then you just listen to the flapping of the vents here. You listen to everything around yourself. Same action, it's all good, who cares? Yoga shouldn't freak you out. That's a very good rule of thumb to have, especially if you're new to the practice. Yoga shouldn't stress you. If it does, you're doing something wrong or somebody's doing something wrong to you. Yoga shouldn't stress you. We always start the class with a small little chant. It's the syllable Om. A-U-M. So your mouth is sort of kind of just a little changing. A and U in Sanskrit turn into O. And it's the most basic sound a human being can make. All these Om. So we're going for 3 rounds. The good news, if that makes you a bit nervous or something, or like, oh God, it doesn't mean anything. It has no meaning whatsoever, and that's why the yogis thought it's the perfect representation of the things we don't understand. It's such a nice idea, really. So, you can bring your hands together in front of the chest, heart center or Anjali Mudra. And first you make a little space by exhaling. No, not inhaling, exhaling. Good. Slowly and deeply now inhale. Traditionally, you could bow your head and offer this practice up to somebody else. You could also give it a thought, an intention, a little guiding light for this practice, a little personal mantra like, please let me survive this, please let me survive this, or whatever comes up. And then you can rest your hands back onto your legs. And I say a very sweet welcome to everybody. My name is Mark here at Svaha. We share a little practice. It's all going to be fine. If it's your first time, I love it. So our setup is always a little bit the same. A little bit of the chanting and a little bit of talking about the philosophy. Because this is not just a lovely little exercise program. There's more to it. The asana practice, what we're going to do tonight, is one little part of it, which is a beautiful part, because it gets your body right as rain. That's the nice thing about it. When your body doesn't annoy you and constantly grab for your attention like, oh, this hurts and that hurts and my back hurts, then you have just more time for something else. Isn't that lovely? You have more time to live your life freely. That's a really good way to practice. So I come from movement. I'm sitting in movement for over 20 years, be that teaching and dancing and all kinds of things. I can promise you, for me personally, the yoga practice didn't help me to live my life beyond the physical. For that, I had to come towards the philosophy, towards certain books and scriptures and teachers that translate these very complicated things. It's really what you need, translators. So thank God you had many generations of great teachers before you who already put a lot of things out for you. One of these scriptures is called the Yoga Sutras. We say the Yoga Sutras by Patanjali, but to be very honest, nobody actually knows if Patanjali was one person or many writers, or Patanjali also didn't invent yoga, just that you know that. Patanjali sort of wrote together a sort of manual of how to practice, how to get to that good stuff. And we are going to talk about the first two sutras. The most amazing thing about these scriptures in the Yoga Sutras or the Bhagavad Gita, they give you everything in the very first few sentences. Everything you need to know, first 4 sutras. Yay! Put the book aside if you understood it. If you don't understand it then completely, then you keep on reading and look for ways of understanding it better. So some of you come for a fairly long time to Svaha. So they heard about the Yoga Sutras. Does anybody remember how the book starts? The very first sutra? Okay. Give me 2 minutes, okay? All good. Atha Yoga Anushasanam is the very first sutra. And it translates to now, the teaching of yoga. Why would you start a book with like, now I'm going to tell you a story. Now I'm going to talk about yoga. Why is that necessary? What do you think? Don't worry, I know you're not going to answer me. But I will ask you anyway, so you at least think a little bit about it. He says, now the teachings of yoga, because for many of us, we tried other things. We tried other ways of getting to know ourselves better, or just have more fun in life, or get a nicer butt and bigger arms, or whatever we tried of like spending our time with. And at a certain point we noticed, wow, it just really doesn't work or has a lasting effect on me. There must be something more. This is when people traditionally turn towards yoga. And I remember it. I remember just a few moons ago, it's not that long ago, generally the age of people practicing yoga was mostly in their 30s and 40s. Because literally, they tried other stuff, but somehow that didn't really enhance their life sufficiently. Now, now it's an explosion of yoga. Go figure. But hey, good on you if you're 20 and found yoga already. Beautiful. Now, second sutra. This is the mother lode. This is what it's about. Yoga, chitta, vritti, nirodha. And the translation you will hear the most is, yoga stills the fluctuations of the mind, the thoughts. Which is a lovely translation. Really, really lovely. And then people go into yoga class year after year after year, doing their down dogs and their headstands and all the good stuff. And somehow they're still thinking. Somehow their mind is not becoming still. What went wrong? What went wrong? This idea that you walk to yoga classes and suddenly everything is falling into your lap, that's the first mistake. You gotta work for this shit. And it's not enough this time on the mat. Real practice starts when you're off the mat, when you're in relationship with others. So you could get this idea of like, if I do a lot of yoga, my mind will become still. But you know what your mind is? A thought factory. The job of your mind is to think. That's the job of your mind. Same as the glands in your mouth are there to produce saliva. Your body has functions, and your mind's function is to think. And it's very helpful. If you, like me, have to figure out how to survive this fucking pandemic, like paying your taxes and paying your rent, you gotta think. We need to think to make plans, to live life, especially when you're in a big city and not in a little cave somewhere in the Himalaya. So we need the faculty of the mind. It's a computer in your own head. How amazing is this? The problem is, like for many people with a computer, we don't shut it down ever. We are so in there all the time. We are bombarded by thoughts all the time. And the worst, you believe them. You believe most of your thoughts. If I would believe every thought in my tiny little mind, I would have thrown myself off a bridge years ago. Because I have plenty of inner voices. My guru RuPaul calls them the inner saboteur. These voices of you're not good enough. You don't deserve this. No wonder this happened to you. No wonder that he or she left you. No one, it's that weird inner voice. It's not even a feeling. It's not like I'm happy, I'm sad. There's this constant naysayer somewhere in the back of my mind. And when you feed that a lot, it gets bigger. So many of us get kind of lost in the thought. And yoga is not there to take away your thoughts. Yoga is there for you to learn to watch the thoughts, to notice them, to witness them. Like you would sit in the Rijksmuseum or in the Louvre on a bench in front of a beautiful painting, or a horrible painting, who cares? But you're sitting in front of a painting, you're just sort of taking it in. Like not even with an opinion about it. You're just, oh yeah, okay, This sort of objectiveness, to bring that towards yourself is not easy. Because you're like, but I am my thoughts, I am this body, I cannot get off. Yes, you can. Because you're not your body and you're not your thoughts. Because there's something within you that watches all that. It's the one that says, I am thinking. It takes a while, but I can promise you, on the mat you can practice this already really well. Because, my Lord, there will be voices in your head while you practice. And there will come thoughts in of like, oh, no, I fell out of this posture and everybody saw it now. And oh, God. Believe me, first of all, nobody's looking at you. Only me, and I love you dearly, so I don't care. We're here to have some fun and play. Watch the inner thoughts. Because the longer you do this, the longer you practice to watch your thoughts, you will start to figure out, oh my God, there it comes again around the corner. That stupid thought that it's not helping me, not serving me, not bringing me anywhere further in my life. Why am I still thinking this? That is the whole idea of yoga, really. Anyway, before you fall asleep completely, we are going to do a little chant, a little longer than the Oms, but very, very simple, and we're going to go a classic way. This is called call and response. So I call it out, and you respond. It's very simple. So you don't have to think about it too much. And it's a very nice one. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara. It's a whole chant shouting out to all the teachers that you encountered, but also to the teacher within yourself, that witness within yourself. So let's give that a little whirl around. Guru Brahma. Wonderful. Next time with sound. Guru Brahma. Guru Brahma. Good. Again. Guru Brahma. Guru Brahma. Guru Vishnu. Guru Vishnu. Again. Guru Vishnu. Guru Vishnu. Okay. Guru Devo Maheshwara. Oh God. Guru Devo Maheshwara. Again. Guru Devo Maheshwara. All three together. Guru Brahma. Guru Brahma. Guru Vishnu. Guru Vishnu. Guru Devo Maheshwara. Guru Devo Maheshwara. Wow. Guru Sakshat. Guru Sakshat. Again. Guru Sakshat. Guru Sakshat. Param Brahma. Param Brahma. Again. Param Brahma. Param Brahma. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Tasmai Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Very good. Let's do that whole shebang from the beginning. Shall we do that together? Let's do it together. Just one more round. Really easy. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Again. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. One more time. Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. And then we ended up with very nice. It's like the sound of yoga music. We are like the Fun Trop family. Please come off whatever you're sitting on top of and shake those legs out, 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 out. If your feet are completely fallen asleep already, wake them up, wake them up, wake them up. Boom. And then we are gonna come to sit on our heels. Yet another thing you don't like. Good. Yes. Don't worry, you get more chances to wake them up if they're not completely awake yet. Deal with it. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, somewhere alongside the ears. Exhale, open the arms to the right, bring the hands down. That's your exhale. On the inhale, reach the arms up, turn yourself forward. And exhale, move the arms out, turn to the left. See, that even works with the space. Inhale, arms up, turning forward. Exhale to the right, arms down. Think rainbow, a rainbow form. Inhale, rising up. Exhale to the left. Good. Anybody already an inkling what's the topic of tonight? Inhale. Yes, it's twists. Very good. Exhale. I feel so alone when you don't talk to me. Inhale. This is my social hour. Exhale to the left. I'm so alone. Inhale, lift up. Interlace the fingers above the head, flip the hands around and press up, press up, press up, press up, press up. And I want you to press so much to the ceiling that your butt, tush, badonk, feels a little lighter. Ooh, like you're lifting yourself off without really coming off. It's more from the arms reaching up and feel that lift in the spine. Good. If some of you have a little bit more space there, on an exhale, you could reach the arms further back. Of course you can. But it's not a must. Exhale, release the arms and give it a little shimmy. Come onto hands and knees. Spread your fingers wide. Wrists under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. You're going to tuck your toes under and you're going to lift away from your hands into down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good. Down dog. Very nice. So you don't want to hover over your hands. You want to pull back and away from your hands. Because otherwise your hands and wrists are going to get really tired. And then you're going to listen a little bit to your own lovely body. Maybe you notice that your neck is kind of like a little tight, shoulders are tight. Maybe you can shake it a little out. Or maybe you have a little bit more tightness in the lower back and around the hips or something. You could shake that out as well. You can shake that whole body. Yes, yes. Why not? Shook, not stirred. Very nice. And again, if it's your first yoga class, you know what burpees are in the fitness studio? These are the original burpees, what we're going to do in the first half hour, but we call them sun salutation. So it's a lot of up, down, back and forth, up, down, back and forth. So inhale forward to a high plank, shoulders over your wrist. Good. Let's wait till everybody's here. If you notice that your knuckles are coming off already, bad news for your wrists. Keep your fingers spread out. And on your next exhale, lower down onto the floor. Your hands are under your shoulders. Toes point away from you. And you're just going to lift the chest. That's all. Yeah, use your back muscles. Use your back muscles. They want to get strong. Your arms are already strong. You could do this all day long. But you want to do this. Back muscle. It's different. Hands are there just to support a little bit. Good. And exhale, lower down. Inhale back to hands and knees. Bring the knees back under the hips. We tend to get a little bigger here when we lay flat on the belly. Tuck your toes under. And again, lift into down dog. Down dog is going to be your world for tonight. Down dog is going to be home base. Down dog is what you do when you're in doubt of what to do. Yes? Okay. You're very still today. Did you do a silent retreat or something? Please walk your feet forward to the top of the mat. Oh, good. At the top of the mat, feet are hip-width apart. Your knees can be friendly and bent. Some of you can have straight legs if it's easy. Your upper body wants to hang forward. Or I want your upper body to hang forward. Maybe that's different, but decompress that spine. Here's my French. And then draw the navel in, bend your knees a little bit more, and start to roll yourself up to stand. So, up, down, back, forth. Up, down, back, forth, 100 times. Stand tall. You can place your hands together in front of the chest, heart center. Your navel or your core, you want to engage a little the navel in and pull a little up. So it's not about aesthetic reasons and looking a little thin on camera, but it's more like engaging all this to protect your lower back. Because most of us hang in the lower back a little bit. Good. Standing, your mom is going to be so happy. Exhale deeply. Inhale, lift the arms over your head, navel pulled in. Exhale, fold forward and down, hands to the feet, head drops. Bring the hands on your shin bones. Inhale, lift the chest, lengthen the legs, very long straight back. Exhale, hands to the floor, step left foot, right foot back to down dog. Again, don't hover over your hands, pull away from your hands. Your head is relaxed in between your arms. Your sitting bones, which are in your tush, they want to lift up, but your heels want to pull down to the floor. So you're stretching your legs into two directions, really. On an inhale, come forward to a high plank. Long spine, don't drop. Exhale, lower down onto the floor. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower down. So it's all on the breath. Inhale, hands and knees. Exhale, tuck toes under, down dog. Inhale deeply. Exhale. On your next exhale, bend your knees and look in between your hands. Lightly step or hop forward to the top of the mat. A full exhale to fall down, head drops. Inhale, arms circle up overhead, touching the ceiling. Get your fingers in the fan. Exhale, hands in front of the chest, navel in and up. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Half lift, hands to the shins, lift the chest, long leg. That's not a long back. Long back, straighten the back. Exhale, step your feet back to down dog. Ooh. Remember, your sitting bones want to lift up, but your heels want to pull down. Your back, your spine, very long. And you might as well pull your navel a little in. Thank you. On your next inhale, come forward to a high plank. You're like, yay, now I know what to do. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, open the chest, heart center. Relax your face. Exhale, lower down. Bring it back to hands and knees. Inhale, knees back under the hips. Tuck toes under, exhale to down dog. We could do this for 90 minutes, but we won't. On an inhale, lift your right leg up high. And then some. Come on, high, high, high. And then right foot steps forward. A few steps until it's at the top of the mat, your ankle under your knee. From here, you're going to lift yourself up. You're going to reach the arms up, high lunge. Good. Keep your front knee bent. It's a good rule of thumb. You always want to work on strength and flexibility, not just one thing. Make those muscles strong. Yeah! Especially when you're in your 20s. Inhale deeply. Exhale, bring your hands down. Step back into down dog. And on an inhale, lift your left leg up high. I love a long leg. Yes. Left foot steps forward. Big step, shuffle, 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 shuffle. And then elegantly coming up. Bing. Gotta show it correctly if you bring friends. Otherwise, I mean... Yes. Don't let it die at your wrists. Fingertips are part of the party. Yes. Relax the mouse. You're not solving a Sudoku problem. It's not. It's all easy peasy. Keep that face free. Anybody working on the navel? Okay. Is your back going out? What's happening? On your next inhale, maybe look a little higher up. We have pictures there. Look. Exhale, hands down, step back, down dog. Yay. And then something very, very important for my class. Shake your booty. Make it a little happy dog. Really excited little dog. Like, oh. And on an exhale, bend the knees, look in between your hands. Lightly step or hop forward. A full exhale onto the long legs, head down. Inhale, arms circle up overhead. Exhale, navel in and up, stand tall. One more round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, half lift, hands to the shins, straight back. Exhale, both feet step back. Don't always use the same feet to step back first. Cool. And then one more time. Inhale, right leg lifts up high. Long leg, long leg. Right foot steps forward, maybe just in one step. Ooh, and then inhale, rise up. Back leg is long. For this round, just keep a stretch. Let the good fortune fall into your arms. You got your whole warrior thing to do later. Good. And now it's going to get very exciting. You're going to bend your back knee. You're going to bend your back knee. Bending the back knee is not the same as putting your knee onto the floor. But I know you want to, so let's do it. Good, very nice. But you feel that muscles engage, and that's important. You're going to place your left hand onto the floor. You're going to open your chest to the right and reach the right arm up high. And you're going to look towards your right hand. And you're going to maybe even look towards your right hand with your left eye. That's why the arm just goes straight up. Yep. So, one of the nice things about yoga, as we always remind you, you can make it as hard or as easy as you want. You could, for example, here tuck the left toes under and lift the left knee off the mat and lengthen the leg out. You can also say, no thank you. It's just choices. Tuck your toes under, love. Tuck your toes under. Look at your neighbor. Look at your neighbor. Look at her back foot. Yeah, there you go. That feels a little different, no? On your next exhale, bring your right hand down onto the floor. Step your right foot back and you're in a high push-up plank. Oh, what shall we do? What shall we do? Let's bring the right hand onto our lower back. Change my mind. Right hand down, left hand lower back. Left hand down, right hand lower back. Right hand down, left hand lower back. Faster. 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 No, that doesn't make anything. Good. Lower down. Arms reach behind your body. Inhale, lift the chest. These are your back muscles. So one of the things that people love to do, because they want to get higher, they just do it from their faces. Relax your neck. Your neck shouldn't be the culprit here. You're looking like a meter in front of your own yoga mat. That's good eyeliner. Floating. And on an exhale, bring your hands down. Well done. Come back to hands and knees. Tuck your toes one more time under. And lift into your down dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Ooh. 4, 3. And 2. And then bring in the knees to the outside of the mat. Big toes touching. Like a little V shape. Set your butt back onto your heels. And rest your upper body down. Maybe rest your forehead on your wrist. Oh. And if that's not yeah, very good. So for example, if your knee couldn't take that for whatever reason or because of an injury, well then you're going to lay differently. Who cares? You are not here to look like all those yogis in the magazine and on Instagram. You are here to do it with your body and to find what works for your body. You are not here to copy somebody else, something else, because it's not interesting for you. Well done, guys. Good start. So, as you noticed, hopefully a little bit, the first part of our physical class is warming up. That's good. We need a little warming up. Well, maybe not today. Today was very warm outside. But you know what I mean, like physically, just move through the body. Ooh. Good, my friends. And then placing your hands back under the shoulders. Okay. Lifting yourself back to hands and knees. On an exhale, pull your navel in, drop your chin to the chest, round your back like an angry little kitten. Inhale, arch the back. They call this cow, but it's an Indian cow, not a Dutch cow. Exhale, round back. Inhale, arch the back. Last time. Exhale, round the back and open the lower back. The things that are a little bit more complicated to open. Yes, thank you. And last time, inhale deeply, arch the back, let the belly drop. And come to the neutral position right in between. That's your neutral position. This is why we in yoga go from extreme position to extreme position. So you understand, oh, this is the middle. Oh, this is where it's nice. Does that make sense? Tuck your toes under, lift the butt. And then walk your feet forward to the top of the mat. You're going to bench, you're going to sip your feet this time together. Your inner toes are touching, your heels slightly apart. You're going to bend your knees deeply as if you're sitting on an invisible chair. You're going to smash your legs together, you really glue them together. And then, like in the Lion King, you're going to lift the baby. Lift the baby, circle of life. Good. Go deep. Go deep. Go parking garage. Go deep. Yes, good, very nice. Breathe. Don't look so angry, Mike. Good. So I guess nobody promised you this is going to be easy, so it won't be. Got a little oomph in the body. On an inhale, come up to touch the ceiling, just to check. Yeah, still can do it. Exhale, now fold forward. Hands to the shins. Inhale, lift the chest, long spine. Exhale, both feet, step back to down dog. Wow. On your next inhale, right leg lifts up high, love a long leg. Right foot steps forward, a giant step in between your hands, and your back foot, your left heel, circles down to the floor. Good, and then push yourself up. Push yourself up from that right leg. Reach the arms up. Body spirals forward. This is your first warrior, warrior one. Thought I'd give you a little bit of a beat. Cool. Back leg strong. Lengthen the spine. Nice. And on an exhale, open wide, right arm front, left arm back, warrior two, like a surfer on a surfboard. Nice. Keep your front knee bent. A little more. Klein beetje. Yeah, that's all. A little bit. Druppeltje bij druppeltje. Or whatever the Dutch say, I don't know. Good. And then from here, turning the shoulders out of the way, palms come up. And then you reach the right arm up like you're painting the ceiling. Reach the right arm over your head. Left hand lightly resting on your back leg. Yaw. Very good, very good, very good. Breathe. Breathing more important. And then on one inhale, circle all hands onto the mat. Woo! Exhale back into down dog. Woo! Good. Promise me that you do the second side as beautiful. Inhale, left leg lifts up high. Still a long leg. Left foot steps forward, big step, right heel circles down. Inhale, warrior one. Trust the people around you. Trust them. Back heel, down. So after we did the first few rounds, parallel, 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 now we address a few new muscles. That's the idea. It just goes further and further and further. Cool. I feel like I'm a clairvoyant, because I can look at your big toe there in the back, and I know that you're not pressing the outside enough, because that toe is wide as Casper the Friendly Ghost. So I know that you're pressing a lot into that toe, you know what I mean? So keep the arch alive. Yes. Cool. Don't make it sad. On an exhale, now open into Warrior 2. Left arm front, right arm back, left knee still pointing forward. Trust it. Very good. That's it. Strong arms. No, I'm not going to do it because you're waiting now for it. Good. Very nice. Breathe. Atmen. Good guys. Now, you can make it, of course, as stressful as you want. You can do the whole like, and your body most likely will believe it. You can also say, easy, shoulders back, palms up. Easy, left arm reaches up and a little over. Like you probably do every morning when you roll out of bed. Just a little stretching out. Yeah. Did you buy that new yoga mat or? Damn that. Honey, you know what you have to do? Hug your legs in. So instead of going further and further and further, gotta hug them towards each other as if you want to bring the feet together. Remember when I say you're like practicing on ice? On one inhale, all hands back onto the floor. Exhale back into down dog. One breath in down dog. And then everybody inhale forward to a high plank. Bend your elbows back and come into a slightly lower plank. Oh, no, not here. Arms. Good. Hello, come back into a high plank. What's happening there? Slightly lower plank, I said. Slightly. Just an inclined page here. And then you push that chest forward and up. Toes point away. Knees off the mat. Yeah. Exhale back to down dog. Very good. Hey. Oh, I'm going to have fun with you tonight. Inhale, right leg lifts up high. This is your last round. Right foot steps forward, a big step. Left heel circles down. Inhale, Warrior 1. Cool beans. Now make it a stable Warrior 1. Good. Left heel is down again. Now bring your arms forward. Bring your left arm under the right until your elbows cross. Bring the hands up, palms out. And then see if that left hand could touch the inner right hand, right arm. Oh yeah. Shoulders pull down. Good. And maybe elbows a little lifted. For 3, 2, exhale. Don't tell anyone that we did that in a level 1 class. Do not tell anybody. Good. You're such a rebel, aren't you? Such a rebel. From here, my friends, lengthen the right leg out. Ooh. Then reach the right arm forward. Come on, high five the person across from you. High five. High five. High five. Yeah, there's a reaching. Right hand to your shin, to the block, to the floor, and the left arm straight up for Trikonasana. Good, yes. Yes, my friend. Look at you go. A little bit. There. Shoulder. Long. Just spread the weight. There you go. That's enough. You think arm back. I think this shoulder back. Yeah. Do you feel that? Yeah, that's it. On an inhale, lift yourself back up to stand. Exhale, bend your front knee. Cool beans. Bring your hands onto the floor. Step it back into down dog. You can make it a happy dog again. Shaky, shaky. God, okay. And then the last side. Left leg lifts up high. Whoopsie. Left foot steps forward, big step. Right heel circles down. Inhale, warrior one. Good, good, good. Don't let your back toes point too far away. Let them point a little more forward than you think. It will help your hip. Good. So left foot is forward and you have a stable stance, really stable. You're going to reach the arms forward. And this time it's the right arm under the left. And you just cross it, cross it, cross it, cross it. If that doesn't work yet, every night when you're at home, you're going to do this. From here, bend the elbows, arms up. And then the right hand might try to get the inner leg. Nice. And then shoulders a little away from the ears. Looking fabulous. Now work the navel a little bit and I couldn't be happier. Thank you. Exhale. Unfold the arms, open wide into your warrior two. This is your last round, don't worry. Inhale, lengthen the left leg out. Cool. And the way is not down, leaning on that shit and no. You're going to reach forward, forward, forward as far as you can. And then your left hand most likely comes more to the shin ankle anyway, and that's a bit safer. Right arm reaches up high and then that right shoulder folds back. Rechte schouder naar achteren alsjeblieft. Swaha. It's like a synchronized event now. I love it. On your next inhale, lift yourself back up to stand. Exhale, bend your front knee. Circle the hands onto the mat. Exhale back into down dog. All good, my friends. Let's do one last time this little plank situation. Inhale to a high plank. And of course you could use your knees on the floor. Make it a slightly shorter plank. That's okay. I don't say lady plank, because that might be sexist. Oh, God. Bend your elbows. Lengthen the arms. Bend your elbows. Lengthen the arms. So see that what moves are my arms. See that my pelvis is not, dry humping the floor. This stays really strong. You want to engage this and keep this engaged. Don't drop. So, last time, bend the elbows and now push your chest forward and through. Feet press so hard that your knees can come off. And exhale back to down dog. Can I call you a ladybug then, or is that also sexy? From here, my friends, you're gonna kneel onto the mat. Just to swing the legs forward, because I want you for this round, up your rug, on your back. Doesn't it feel fantastic now? Why are you sweating this week so much? Did you have a lot of alcohol today? Is it that? Are you sweating that out? I'm so happy. I'm so happy to help there. Good. Your knees are bent very comfortably. So your feet are on the mat. Knees look up. You're super sweet and relaxed on your back, living your best life. # blessed. And then you're going to exhale, drop the knees to the right. Inhale, bring the knees up. Exhale, knees to the left. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, knees to the right. Inhale, bring them up. Exhale, knees to the left. And bring them back up. Last time, exhale, knees right. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, knees left. So, as you notice, your shoulders are fixed. Bring the knees back up. Your shoulders stay where they are, as good as you can. But this time you're going to bring your feet together. You're going to push both your feet into the floor, lifting your butt slightly off so you can move your butt a little over to the right. Bring it down. And then lifting your feet off the floor and drop your knees to the left. Ooh, twist. If you like to engage the whole spine, you could look towards the right. Because, so the spine, your back, look to the right. Just look to the right. Knees are perfect on the left. So as your pelvis turns that way, you spiral the spine, but that last little bit in your neck, you look over to the other side. Then we have the whole spine engaged. If you find that a little bit going too deep, you can help yourself. Bring a block under your legs or in between your legs or something. You can always support a little bit. Yeah. Says nothing about you. Says only about something that you need. It's very good to figure out the things that you need. If I would have known that was 20 already, it would have saved me so much heartache. In my opinion, it's one of the biggest secrets you can unlock through yoga. The difference between the things you want and the things you need, because they're not always the same. Good puppies. On your next exhale, roll the hip back, bringing the knees up. We're doing the same for the other side. Feet on the floor, lift the butt slightly, just a little bit, klein beetje, and move the hips a little over to the left now. Your other left. Just a little. So you're laying a little crooked. And then lifting the feet off the floor, bend the knees to the right. It doesn't make a big difference. But when you bring your knees up, just from this alignment, hips up, and you drop your knees away, everything sort of pulls that way. Now when you bring your knees up, push your feet down, lift the butt, move it a little over here. Just the butt. Hey, move those butt. That's why I keep telling you guys, move your butt. And then twist. Now your spine is super straight, and it's just a bit more twist. So it's just a sort of level. I know we talked about that before, didn't we? Good. That's the other thing you will notice in yoga. It tends to repeat. But as we say here at Svaha, through repetition, the magic is forced to arise. This is the other reason, again, why the book, the Yoga Sutra, starts with now the teachings of yoga. Because all yoga can only happen in the now. Because all yoga has to be experienced. Of course we can talk about yoga, but it doesn't mean bullcrap. It doesn't mean anything. You have to experience it through your actions. Only then you get a feel for it. Only then you're really like, yes, I know this. I was there, I bought the t-shirt. That's the idea. Good puppies. On your next exhale, roll the hips back onto the mat. Hold onto your lovely knees. Make your back very round and rock back and forth. So you a little more, wing, 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 wing. And maybe some of you get enough momentum to come to stand up. What? Look at you! Very good, very good. You remember. Good. Is it important? No. But it's playful. We like playful. Good. We are coming into a standing twist, my friends, on one leg. Which leg should we start with? Let's do the left. Your weight is on the left foot, left leg, so you can lift the right knee. Cool. You're going to bring it about hip height, because anything more is just weird. So this is very, very nice here. This is fairly relaxed. This you know from sitting. Then you take the opposite hand, left hand. You're going to grab over the thigh, and then see what my fingers are tucking in, hooking under, and my fingers hooking under the thigh. Stand very tall, and I can relax my leg a little bit. Try the other hand. Over. Yeah, now you can, now it hangs. Now the right arm up, and the right arm back. And as soon you move the arm back, your chest opens to the right, and that's your twist here. Only when your right arm is pointing back behind you, you can choose, keuzemaken, you can choose to look to your back hand. And it will throw your balance. It's just the nature of things when you start looking somewhere else. Are you waiting for me to say to get out? Oh, okay. Do you like what you're doing? I mean, not right now, but in general. Do you like yoga? Don't look at. Slowly coming back. I remind also my advanced students, I always tell them in certain postures, imagine your best friend or your family is looking at your face right now. They're like, oh my God, he must hate it what she's doing. Slowly bring it down. Don't kick. Don't kick. It's a balance. That's the big thing. When we balance, your eyes are very important. Generally, when we balance, we are trying to look at a sort of fixed point. When little girls start to learn turns in dance class, they're doing this. This is how they learn to turn, because they need that focus. Otherwise, everything sort of goes this way. So balance is the same way. So when you're here, you're balancing on one leg, and you're in the twist already. Everything is happening. That last little bit, the cherry on top of the banana split, that looking back, that will challenge your balance, because you look somewhere else and your body's like, ah. So choose if you want to do it. I don't care. I don't get more money for it. So, you know. Anyway. Shift the weight onto the right foot. Bring your left knee up. Standing tall already makes it all a little easier, because this is heavy. This is light. Right hand over, hooking, holding. And my leg is fairly relaxed in there. I'm not working my leg too much anymore. Good. Left arm like a Dutch windmill. Up, 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 up. And back, 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 back. You are overestimating multitasking. Don't multitask. Do step by step. Because then you know which step doesn't work. If everything is happening at the same moment, it's hard to figure out what doesn't work. Looking back is an option. Good. Don't lift your hip too high, darling. Otherwise it becomes like 80s jazz class. West Side Story. Slowly coming back. Bring that foot home. Bring that leg home. Bring that foot home. Stretch it out. Stretch it out. Ooh, good job. Very good. Shake. From here, my friends, we are going to come to sit on the mat. No, we are going to kneel on the mat. So sorry. Because I want to open the chest a bit now. We are going to drop the chest. So what people do a lot is like, pressing themselves off. But here you relax the chest. Now, bring it onto your forearms. So your back is hanging through a little bit. Maybe some of you have more space, some of you might bring the arms a little further forward, and you notice like, oh, that makes things a bit more intense. Imagine that you have to stay here for 5 minutes and then make the choice of how deep you want to go. Everybody can get very excited about 30 seconds, and then shit is over. Good, yes. So remember in the beginning of the class when we did these little lifts of our chests off the floor, and I told you, you gotta use your back muscles, gotta use your back muscles. So now your back is sort of in a similar position, but with less effort. Your back muscles are not necessarily contracting, they're just sort of hanging through. Good, lovely. 4, 3. Opening a little the front body. 4, 2. And then, my friends, bringing the arms a little closer again. Elbows sort of under your shoulders. You're going to step your right foot back. You're going to step your left foot back. Oh, low plank. Oh, no. I hate when that happens. Why do we need to do this? Why do we need to do this? Where? Core. Why do we generally need core? Because we decided we want to spend most of our life in a seated position. And that doesn't help core. Slowly bring it down. Whoa. Now we keep the elbows under the shoulders they're called. The only thing you could do is sort of bring your shoulders a little away from the ear. Oh. This is called Sphinx, or it's called half cobra. For anybody this is a little too intense? Or you just don't want to say it in front of the group? It's a safe space, you can share. So if you feel it's a little too high, you just would reach the arms a little further forward. And then you adjust it immediately to height. So you can always do this. Next week we have back bends, heart openers, so we're going to do these a lot more. Ooh, okay. 4, 5. 4, 3, 2. Exhale, bring your hands together, elbows out, so you can rest your right ear onto your hands. Maybe shake your butt out. And then second round of Sphinx. Enter the party. You know, be in it. That's just a few seconds of your life. I've had the pleasure or unpleasure of seeing people coming for years to class doing absolutely nothing, which is fine, but at a certain point I'm like, aren't you wasting your time? They had a great time, but I've seen them hurt themselves because they're never really implementing what they're learning and how to take care of themselves. For example, here, do you feel this in your lower back? Is your navel working? You can help yourself. We are going to make this more intense by bending both knees. When they are where they land up, you can rest the feet even against each other, I don't mind. You can also keep them parallel. More sensation in the lower back or less? more because, of course, you're engaging muscles. So in the long run, to build towards these postures, we want to slowly make the body more agile, more flexible, but also stronger, so you protect yourself. Strength is a really good thing. We're not talking about like muscles, but like really just taking care of your own body. Good. Exhale, lengthen the legs. Hands together, elbows out. Come onto your other ear. Maybe shake your booty. I feel we need a beat. This was very long now. Look down onto the mat. Bring yourself onto hands and knees. Cool. We are going to come onto our forearms again. But now we have a different height. Yay, yay. Now you're going to interlace your fingers. Last little finger in. And when you drop if your arms are not really pushing into the floor, what you will notice is everything is sort of too down. So I want your arms pushed down really strongly into the floor. So then if you drop your head is so not on the floor in any way. This is how strong your arms have to push into the floor. Then you tuck your toes under and you lift your butt. And knees. Thank you. Head is still not on the floor. Head is not on the floor. Head is not on the floor. Hoofd niet op de vloer. Der Kopf ist nicht auf dem Boden. La cabeza no toca el suelo. I don't know. Slowly, 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 slowly bring your knees back down onto the mat. Well done. Good. So, strengths. We're going to do that again. Rest your hips onto your heels like child's pose. What is the only action a muscle can take? What's the only thing a muscle can do? How can your muscles stretch? You stretch your muscle, darling. Your muscle cannot stretch. You pull something long. You can't just stretch your leg out and becomes half a meter longer, can it now? What was the other word I heard? Contraction, the opposite. The muscle can contract to get short. So, come back onto hands and knees. Have a look. So you're doing the right thing. It's a good start. Elbows under your shoulders, fingers interlaced, arms push down, head drops, and then when you come up, see what happens for many of us. The back is very round, no? So I want you to press the arms and lengthen the back. That means contracting your back muscles. My head is still not on the floor, but my back is not so Quasimodo hunchbacky. I would like a nice long back. Let's do that one more time. Head down. Push your arms. Elbows not too far out. Careful. And then tuck your toes under, lift the butt. Do not have your head on the floor. But you might have a nice long spine and you might walk your feet a tiny bit further forward. Loop maar naar voren, een klein beetje. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Like a little walk through the Jordan. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Are we liking this? Are we living our best? Oh my God! I say, if your finger's turning white and purple, I'm worried. You're having a very tight grip there in your hands. Exhale. Lower down. Walk your feet a little back if you like. Bring your knees down and rest one more time. Oh. Whew. Onto your arms. Good. Everybody come to sit up. So we're going to have a chat and a talk, and you can sit on your heel. You can also stay there. So the action slowly coming together, very nice. Why do you need to work this frame very, very strongly? To create this lovely little framework we want for the headstand, very nice. Because what happens, I've seen headstand, we are not going to try full headstand, because I don't want you to be at the wall today. And without the wall, I've seen people throw themselves at the wall. First yoga class ever, like, yes, let's do that. Woohoo! This is not working at all, because this part of your body is fragile. Can you make this stronger? Of course. Ever seen a break dancer doing spins on the head? You can, but you need to find a little bit of an alignment. This is not going to be very nice. So we need to learn to find that links within the body. So, the third and final round. Arms, elbows not so far out. Elbows under shoulders. That's enough here. Do a little test there, and they got to stay there. Interlace my fingers, pressing my forearms in, let my head drop, tuck my toes under, straighten my back, walk a little forward, walk a little forward, walk a little forward, walk a little, okay. And then I feel that my head here is sort of in between, right over the space in between my hands. So very, very slowly, I go beep, 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 and place it just very lightly in between. But it doesn't take all my weight. My arms doing the main work, my head is lightly touching the floor, and some of you might bring a little bit more weight over. Some of you maybe shift one leg in, maybe the other leg, maybe both legs, but not important for tonight. Only thing important today is, this. Does it make sense? If you know your headstand well and you want to have your moment, it's fine, but it's only about working towards something, but not grabbing it by the balls tonight. Yes? Last time, last round. Same setup. Elbows under your shoulders. Interlace your fingers. Head drops, arms work overtime. Arms work so hard like they're getting paid for it. Tuck your toes under, lift your butt. Legs in the spine. Again, push away from the floor. Somebody got excited, huh? Didn't ya? Didn't ya? Good. And only if you feel like, well, head is very close to the space in between my hands, you can bring it very lightly down. Great, Mike. Very nice. Happy toes, though. A little bit, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, tension. You okay? Don't force it. No, don't. Leave it be. Who cares? Good, guys. Good, guys. And then feet to the floor. Slowly walk your feet a little back. And come to sit on your heels. Child's pose. Relax your arms. Relax your hands. Well done, guys. Really well done. Very nice. Cool. From here, turn onto your back. If my ladies or my gentlemen are what the yogis call their moon days, special time of the months, the menstruation or something, it's advised not really to go into head and shoulder stance. But if you're feeling okay and you have no issue with your neck and shoulder, on your back you can bring your knees to the chest and your feet behind your head. Halasana posture. This gives you a chance to maybe interlace your fingers behind the back and roll the shoulders a little bit more under. Bring your hands into the lower back, fingers pointing up, and maybe lift one leg or both legs and come into a short little shoulder stand. 4. Try to look only towards your feet. I'm not doing anything exciting, and neither do your neighbors. And for your neck, it's sort of the nicest position to be in when you bring a lot of weight over. This is not necessarily a great position to look left and right, you know? If you are not in shoulder stand, I would rather have you into a half bridge. Half bridge would be nice. Setu Mandasana. So you do also a little bit with strength before Shavasana. She's like living her goddess fantasy. You know what I mean? Just for a moment, just to settle on strings. For 5. Hug your elbows in, Martina. Yes. 4. 3. 2. 2. 2. 2. And 1. Slowly you can bring the feet back behind your head or the knees to the forehead. Choices. Yeah, just bend the knees. Either way, this enables you to bring your hands back onto the mat. Your hands are going to be your brakes. Your hands are going to help you now when you roll your back down the mat piece by piece by piece. Roll it down on the mat. Yes. And your arms help you to control that a little bit. Cool. And then comes our last posture. Long legs, feet flexed. Hold on to your legs. Toes are pointing rather up than out, because you're not a ballet dancer, at least not here. And then you're going to lift your head and look at your toes. Lift, 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 lift. Lift, 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 lift. Look, look, look. And then push your elbows into the floor and lift the sternum, the bone, the chest. And then the head drops slightly back, opening the throat for 5. 4. You're so good. Look at you, all beautiful. 3. You okay with your shoulder? 2. 2. 1. Kinn out of voice, chin to the chest. Tuck your head in and bring yourself down onto the mat. Very lovely. Honey bunnies, I have fantastic news. This was it. You're going to spread yourself out. You're going to make yourself very comfortable. For some of you, that means socks on or a jacket over yourself, all that good stuff. Cool, guys. So, remember, I'm just putting it out there for the people who come along to class. You are allowed to use the bolsters. We would just ask you to bring us a big towel or something to put between you and the bolster, which normally you should always do. Like sweaty little monsters that you are. Hey, goody. Do you feel you did something? Because you did plenty today. I like sometimes to give it a little juicy class. So if this is your first yoga class, wow, that was like fire baptism. Well done, really well done. Relax yourself. Let everything fall out. Spread out. No effort. Allow a deep breath back into the body. Move your fingers, move your toes, stretch yourself out gently. And then you can bend your knees, roll over to your right side. No rush. And we end as we started, with a final seat. So come back to sit. This is a good moment also to thank all the musicians who allow us to use their music here with our YouTube live stream, like Krishna Das and Prem Joshua and Manish Moore and so many others. We are going to end with the 3 rounds of Om, and then you're free to go. So, sit tall. Bring your hands together in front of the chest, heart center, and exhale. Slowly inhale. Shri Satguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Jai. What it means is simply victory to the inner teacher, that voice from within, the good voice from within that says, careful. Open your eyes, open your hand, palms, you bow down to yourself, to your own lovely body, and then I